Welcome to another year in review video. This is the fourth year in a row that we've done this. What I'll be doing is going over a thing that TubeBuddy creates for me, which is what I use to help my channel, right here. And then I'll be going over some, like, how videos compared to last year, looking at milestones, and then I'll finish off looking at the series that we started and finished throughout the year. So let's go ahead and jump into this review. As always, I've swapped out the music. We started out pretty good. I think I hit this in January, so that was a really exciting milestone for the start of the year. For the first time in 2 years, so this will be the third year, this is not Kinseed videos. These are all Oxygen Not Included, and the views are insane. We'll discuss that in a minute. I did quite a bit better on 2 of these stats. Obviously, I didn't upload as much as usual. And then we will go over this here in a second. No. Okay, there we go. So let's go back up to the top. So I was looking at the first or last year's video. That's how I always do this. I'll look at the previous one to see what order I do everything in. The number one of last year got 1,291 views. I'm gonna say this year's number one did just a little better, just by a little. I did not think that this series was going to do nearly as well as it has, so I'm very glad that it's doing well. It's fun because at the end of the video I was actually talking about starting this series. It took 2 months to get it started, but I did it and it's been going great. And then we had quite a bit more subscribers this year, and I think a lot of those are happening here at the end of the year, which is a bit of a surprise. Again, I didn't upload a whole lot. It's been a lot of things, just feeling in general fairly drained with life, I guess. And then we switched schedules, and it's been very hard to figure out how to work with it. So that's kind of what resulted in these fewer videos. But we still gained almost 700 subscribers this year, which is incredible. 160,000 more views, and I did 108 uploads. This is what's crazy. So 14,000 hours. Oh, it's 623 straight days of hours watched. You guys are incredible. Also, there's shares. Again, I never know what is getting shared or where, but it's exciting. We had lots of good comments and lots of likes. So next I will be comparing the top videos of this year versus last year. They went and changed the look of it, which is a bit annoying. But the top 2 are the same. Top 3, 4, 5. I'm being dumb. I was looking at my OBS. I'm like, wow, there's so many in the same spot. No. The first 3 are in the same spots. Slime Rancher Vanilla has gotten 3,000 more views. The Secret Styles has gotten 11,000 more views. The All Life Pot Locations has not gotten a whole lot more. It looks like 7,000 views, which is still an insane amount. Then last year it was the Mushroom Forest Rack. This guy, that was number 4. But it's fallen a bit because it's only gotten, I think, 400 views in the year. Kinseed, the first episode, got a couple thousand views, which is fine. You guys don't need to be watching something from 4 years ago. And then this upstart got 10,000 views this year, which made this guy fall, because this was in 7th place. And then we have another Oxygen Not Included, And then this guy was number 9. This was number 8. And it's gotten a couple views, like 1,000. And I think that's only because I think this game was put onto the Switch, so there was a little uptick there for a little bit. And then obviously another Oxygen Not Included racing into the top videos. This could get quite high into the list by the next one of these, so I'm quite curious to see how that goes. As for the mile markers that I hit this year, I hit 1,500 subscribers the 1st of January, which was very exciting. Then on April 40th, I don't think that's quite right, but sometime in April, I hit 1,600, and then it took another 4 months to get 100, almost 200, and then we hit 2,000 subscribers on Halloween, which was amazing, and that's when Halsey did the 2,000 jelly beans that she individually counted out. So that was hard to comprehend that there were that many people who have subscribed. I, again, really appreciate it. As of recording, we are at 2,206 subscribers. Now for the series that we've been through this year. Here we are. So Subnautica, we started in May of 2021, and we started the 27th, and it went until July 22nd, 22. This was just a series I kind of struggled with. It really didn't get very good views, and it took a ton of time to record, so it kind of ended up not being worth it in the end, which was too bad, because I know I had some very good commenters and viewers who were watching it. Like, the few that were watching it were very dedicated to it, but it just kind of fell off on being a series worth doing. And then obviously we have Kitten Seed, which we've been doing since November 30th, 2018, and major thing that happened this year is that hit full release, so I'll be playing that for a little bit longer, but I don't know how long that series will continue after full release. I think if there'll be ever major updates, I'll continue to cover it, but I don't know. There has been a surprising amount of new content. I guess part of that's being that they didn't update the game for many months, so there's actually quite a bit of new stuff, but I can foresee it being not lasting much longer, because there will be a point where all the new stuff has been covered in my series. Next we had Grow Song of the Evertree, which we started November 17th, 2021, and that ended in June 14th, 2022. I really enjoyed this series, but it wasn't getting a whole lot of views, so I actually switched it to streaming. I was streaming every couple weeks for a while there. It was fun. It is draining for me. And again, with the new schedule, it kept ending up like I would be busy on the times where I would normally be available to do it, so I haven't done it in a while. And then next we started Oxygen Not Included, and we started that on, surprisingly, February 2nd, 2022, which I didn't realize I did it on 2/2/22. And that's still ongoing. It's funny, when I was watching the video of last year's, I said that I would make it only a series that would come out every once in a while whenever I felt like it, and it would be separate from the regular cycle. But at some point I forgot that, and I'm just putting it out as if it's a proper series. So I don't know when or why that happened. Then finally we had Sandrock start, That was something I was supposed to play last year, and it didn't come out until May of this year. So I put out the first video May 11th, and that's still an ongoing series. I'm not sure how much longer it'll be going, but I'm enjoying it. The next thing was 2 Point Campus. I started that August 17th, and that was a game I didn't know was coming out, but I was very excited when it did, and I was so excited to play it, but you can just see by comparing it to the videos around it, it did not do well. Not even the first video, which usually has a ton of views of any series, just was not getting the views. So I actually did 3 episodes because this year I decided, obviously only like 3 months ago I decided this, but one of my time slots I want to cycle out this series as soon as people aren't really watching them. I've really struggled to wanting to find good endings to my series, like ending on a nice number or completing a certain amount of quests, or like I've just really struggled to cycle through series and play new games, which has not been great because there's always like these new games that come out and I'm really excited, I want to do it, but it's like I don't have time because of the series that I have going. But by being more willing to just end series even if it's not complete, will allow me to go through more games. So sadly, as much as I really wanted to play 2 Point Campus on the channel, it just wasn't worth it, and so I only got to do 3. I did make an effort to play it on my own though, and that has been fun. So after we did 2 Point, I replaced it with Coral Island. I started playing that October 13th, and that's been a lot of fun. The last couple of months, though, have been not ideal for uploads. I started having pain in my teeth, which is not ideal. I've known since I was a child that I have some pretty bad like gum disease just from it. Like my dad had it, it gets passed on. So I've tried my best to maintain it, but I have lost 50% of the bone in between 2 teeth in the front. So I'm going to actually be getting surgery for that the 5th of January. So not looking forward to that. But there was a lot of time where I didn't feel very good, and with the new schedule and everything, I just have not been putting out a whole lot of videos towards the end of the year. So this was in October, and so this is all I've done in October, November, and December. So apologies for that. I have started doing something this year that I haven't done before, obviously, and that's been shorts. I've been uploading slime combos while I'm making the full video that I've done for the first game. I'm working on doing it for the second. And as I've been working on it, I've been doing the shorts. These actually have thumbnails, but you just apparently don't get to see them in most places, but in some places you can see the thumbnail. But yeah, that's also been going on in between all of these videos. I'm currently recording ahead for in anticipation of potentially not being able to talk for a bit there. So that's something I've been working on. So yeah, that is 2022, almost at 2023. We're not there yet. I know time feels fast, but it's not that fast yet. It's been a crazy year. I really appreciate all of the support you guys have given, and it's been amazing seeing the channel grow as much as it has. I am sorry that I've kind of not uploaded nearly as much as I have in the past, but I appreciate those of you who have stuck around despite that. Hopefully I can get into a better routine in 2023. There will be some time in October that might be a bit of a mess. I'm getting married. So there'll be some times where I'm not uploading much, but I really do want to try to get into a better schedule. So fingers crossed that when I watch this video back at the end of the year that I can see that I've done a little better than I did this year. So thank you again for everything you guys have done. It's been crazy seeing the support, and I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for everything. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.